Hi, hello there YouTube and welcome to a top 10. So I am Random Ross and today in this video I am doing my top 10 best movies of 2024 so far. So we've had 6 months already of this year. So these will be movies that came out from January to June. And here it is. So my top 10 best movies in my personal opinion so far. So let's get going. Before I go into it, I want to throw in some honorable mentions to um, Civil War, Lisa Frankenstein, and Bob Marley One Love. So number 10 is Beekeeper. This again was your usual run-of-the-mill Jason Statham action flick, but I liked it. It was just a good movie to switch off to. Enjoy Jason Statham just being Jason Statham. We had some supporting leads in there like Josh Hutcherson, Jeremy Irons, Gemma Redgrave, and yeah, interesting movie which I liked. Number 9 is Kung Fu Panda 4, the 4th movie in the Kung Fu Panda series. I didn't know they could still make these movies as good as they were. The 4th film, so we're 4 films in, we see the return of Po, who must pick a successor for the Dragon Warrior. We get the return of Dustin Hoffman, Bryan Cranston, even Ian McShane returns in a brief role from the spirit world. The Furious Five are not really in it that much until like the closing minutes of the movie, but we also had a newcomer to the series, Aquafina, and also Jack Black got with Tenacious D to sing a cover of "Hit Me One More Time" for the movie. Next, number 8. Oh, hang on, I put this in my top 10. I don't know why I gave it an honourable mention. It's Bob Marley One Love. We've had a lot of musical, musician biopics like Elvis and Back to Black. More on that later. But this one, Bob Marley's life, I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed the songs, the music. I feel though that maybe it was a little hurt with its PG-13 rating. They could have gone into R territory with it, but I think they played it too safe with that. But like I say, an enjoyable film. I enjoy Bob Marley's music. Number 7 is Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, serving as the 4th installment in the Ghostbusters original series. Again, sequel to Afterlife. We see Spangler's family now living in New York. We go back to New York. We see a frozen demon that wants to turn the Earth into an ice age again, etc. All for the old and new cast to come back together and bust it all. And yeah, good movie. Just not as good as the others, I don't think. Number 6, of course, is Back to Black. So this was a biopic on Amy Winehouse. And they went full on R rating with this. Well, it was a 15. But it depicted Amy Winehouse's life from being a singer, from writing songs to like her relationships, her love life, her trouble with drugs and that. And the actress they got playing her did a good job, just didn't sound too much like her when she sang. But at the end of the day, I thought it was a decent film and I enjoyed watching it. So yeah, Back to Black, number 6. Number 5 is Mean Girls 2024. So this came out in January. They hid the music from the trailers, but I knew it was going to be a musical with the musical note in the logo. I did enjoy this one a lot more than I thought I would. I mean, probably not as good as the original, but still, we got some returning cast members like Tina Fey reprising her role, and we got some cheesy music numbers in there, but I actually didn't mind it. So, yeah, Mean Girls. Okay, number 4 is the first Omen, prequel to 1976's The Omen. I didn't know they could make good movies still with the Omen franchise, but they surprised me with this one. Taking place before the events of The Omen, we see how the church spawned Damien so they could fear people into returning their faith in the church. And I thought that was a good one. Good story, good cast, Bill Nighy in there, and how it ends where the original begins. Next at number 3 is Bad Boys Ride or Die. This came out on my birthday. Yeah, Will Smith returning to his first acting role since his little incident. I think, maybe he said all his sorries now. Maybe we should try and get over it. I don't know. At the end of the day, I thought he was good in this film, with Martin Lawrence returning for big slapstick comic relief, some good action, some good violence. Some old and new faces in there. I enjoyed it. Number 2 is Godzilla Kong: The New Empire, the 5th movie in the MonsterVerse, and it was okay. Not as good as Godzilla versus Kong, but decent. Good, good few hours, chill out, popcorn flick. Yeah, I liked it anyway. The two titans clashing again. And my number 1 pick is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. The 10th movie in the Planet of the Apes films, the 4th movie in the rebooted prequels, and the sequel to the previous trilogy, where I don't think it was as good as the last 3 movies, but still an entertaining film and great visual effects, set 300 years later after Caesar's passing, and we see some new characters in there. We see how apes have evolved. Just an entertaining film, and I love the Planet of the Apes films, and I still do now with this one. And yeah, I hope we see more of this storyline in the upcoming years. A new trilogy, which I believe they were planning on doing, and I think it's done well enough to get another one made. So yeah, so Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is my number 1, and so far my favorite film of this year so far. So yeah, we're only halfway into the year, so we have more to come. We have 6 more months to go and more movies to come. So will any of these movies make it in my top 10 best movies of 2024? Well, we'll see, won't we? So yeah, what have been your top favorite movies so far of 2024? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you want to know just my horror movies of this year so far, I have a channel for that. I have a horror channel where you can find it on there. My horror channel's linked in the cards above or something. Feel free to check that. I don't know if it will be uploaded by now as of making this video, but I'll definitely be posting it. So yeah, that's it for this one. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And I will be seeing you soon. So until next time, I bid you all a goodbye, friends. Goodbye.